Hi everyone, my name is Patty. Welcome to Relatively Refined. This is my son's high school graduation weekend and there is so much to do. I have tomatoes that need to be staked up. I have outdoor furniture that needs to be painted, flowers that need to be potted, and I'm going to take a quick trip to the thrift store and I'm going to freshen up a guest room as we prepare for a special guest who is arriving for the graduation weekend. And finally, you're definitely going to want to stick around until the end for the Relatively Refined segment where we share our viewers' thrifted treasures. Hi everyone, I wanted to take a couple of minutes to share with you an amazing product from an equally amazing company. You know that Relatively Refined is all about everyday elegance. If we're going to recommend a product, it has to deliver on quality. Our viewers expect a high-quality item that lasts but doesn't break the bank, which is why we turn to thrifting for those luxury items. But we all know that thrifting is a hit or miss enterprise. So enter Teddy Blake bags. From the moment my package arrived, it was clear that Teddy Blake had luxury down to an art. With a dream team of Italian luxury handbag designers, Teddy Blake has created luxury Italian handbags with the feel and smell of real Italian leather, but without that outrageous price tag. What you're getting is the luxury handbag quality without the added expense that designer labels carry. Teddy Blake's selection seems endless and the colors are positively dreamy. Because you know me and how slowly I make decisions, I finally landed on this Ava Gold 9-inch bag. It can be carried by the handle, or as I like to wear it, as a hands-free crossbody. I can shop antique and consignment stores like a champ with my hands free while still having plenty of room for my wallet, reading glasses, and phone. The endless color choices are amazing, but I settled on this stunning dark green, and I am smitten. While I envisioned this enhancing my fall and winter wardrobe, it was equally lovely for a summer evening out for my birthday. The collections change out frequently, so it's fun to keep checking to see what gorgeous pieces Teddy Blake has available. I have added a link to Teddy Blake bags below in the description box. You will not be disappointed. This is luxury for you. Everyday elegance at its finest. And now let's get to the video. We have a lot to do. With some recent much needed rain, my tomato plants really need to be staked. I have not had great luck with cages, so I use just wooden stakes and I use this stretchy tomato tape to secure them. My father and grandmother used to use torn pieces of cotton t-shirts. They would tear into strips and use those to tie them up, and those work great. Because what you don't want is to damage the stem with any sort of twine or anything like that. So the tape or strips of fabric work great. And pretty soon I will trim the suckers, and those are the shoots that come off the plant without any blossoms, and they just suck the energy from the plant. So I'll trim those so all the energy can go into the blossoms to produce the tomatoes. I have Brandywine and Early Girl tomatoes growing. I purchased the tape, the tomato tape at my local co-op farm store, but I know you can get it on Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description box.
I am here at our Habitat Restore, and I haven't been in a bit. So it's hit or miss here, and the prices can be outrageous, but I'm gonna go check it out. Now, it is pouring rain, and I feel like every time I come here, it is pouring rain, and today is no exception. So I'm gonna go wander around for a little bit, and I'll let you know how I make out.
I had pretty good luck today at the Restore and was able to pick up this adorable side table for $15. It is a trestle side table with this great kind of twisted leg pattern, and I love the scalloped edge detail on the top. It is perfect for putting in our guest room as we await the arrival of my mom, who is coming for my son's high school graduation. And I am so excited for her to spend the next few nights in this room. While preparing this room, I thought you might like to see all the thrifted treasures that are in this space. And please keep in mind, this is a work in progress. It is by no means ready. There are holes in the wall, it desperately needs a paint job, but nonetheless, I thought you might enjoy a little tour of my guest room. Having a guest room was something I never really thought I would have. With 5 children, it just did not seem possible. And this little room has been really fun to decorate because I am usually a very conservative decorator with muted colors, and this little room gave me the opportunity to showcase some really lovely cottage type colors such as pink and periwinkle and sage, and it's been really fun for me to decorate. On the side table I have this thrifted clock, which my sister Paula thrifted and sent to me. And I think it's a nice touch on a side table to have some kind of clock. This lighting fixture I also thrifted for I think $1. Painted it white and put it on the wall. And the nice thing about having a light on the wall is it frees up the table for other things. I have that little crystal or glass votive holder that is a Lenox that I picked up for, gosh, probably 50 cents or $1. And I happen to have a pink votive candle to put in it. The faux bouquet of flowers is a home goods purchase from many, many years ago, and it was just sitting in a cupboard waiting for this spot. The bedding on this bed was also thrifted. I purchased it from a rummage sale over a year ago. It is from the company store, and I thought it was the perfect color combination with the pinks and the greens and the periwinkles for this room. The matelassé pillow cover was also thrifted. It is in that beautiful green color. And the sheets on the bed are also thrifted in the most beautiful periwinkle lavender blue color. The bed itself is repurposed. It was my daughter's bed, and she upgraded to a queen size. So this sweet twin bed, we moved into the spare room. It has trundle drawers underneath for additional storage. And panning clockwise around the room, there is a closet, and just on the corner is this adorable bedroom chair. I picked this up at a consignment shop for, I believe it was $5, and it's in remarkable shape. It's faded, but it looks great. And the colors, I love this gray gingham pattern. I thought it was so cute. and I love the curved legs and the padded arms, and it's really quite comfortable and sturdy. It's perfect for a guest to put extra clothing on. And underneath, in this Longaberger basket, picnic basket, I have some towels, and I think that may be a hair dryer, or maybe it's my steamer that I keep stashed in there. This is actually my ironing room when I don't have guests, so it may be an iron in there. This room is east facing, and I am shooting this footage in the morning. So the light is coming in and it makes for not so great footage, but in real life it is just beautiful. So we're turning again clockwise around the room, and we are facing the wall opposite the bed. And this is where we have a chest of drawers that belong to my mother-in-law, rocking chair, which also belonged to my mother-in-law. And I have a couple of pictures on there that I am going to be hanging up, but I did not get around to it this time. So I put them on the chair as a reminder that I need to hang those. Those are more of the monthly botanical prints that I seem to accumulate, but the size and scale of them were nice for this room. The rocking chair was from my husband's childhood home, and it is not necessary in this room, but like I mentioned, this is where I come to do my ironing, and that space becomes handy to put clothing that needs to be ironed. I love this cherry chest of drawers. It belonged to my mother-in-law, and we inherited it. And I just love the classic lines of it. It is perfect in this guest room. The drawers are cleared out, awaiting my mom's things. And I believe everything on top of this, with the exception of the lampshade, are pre-loved. I really like to decorate with lamps, and this lamp was thrifted. It is one of a pair of lamps that I thrifted a while ago, and the shade I love. It's a block print shade from Ballard Designs. But let's focus in on this print. This was the inspiration for the color scheme of this room. I love this very New England scene with Adirondack chairs and boats. And again, I apologize for the glare, but I think you get the idea. This came matted in this gorgeous sage green or gray color, and the gold frame is not too bright or shiny. It's nice and muted to show off all those gorgeous pinks and blues and green colors that I wanted to showcase in this room. I think it's important when buying pre-loved or thrifted artwork to keep scale in mind. I think the tendency is to sometimes go too small. And I had a substantial chest of drawers that this was going over, and I really wanted something to pack a punch. This is a very large print, and I think it anchors the room beautifully. So don't be afraid to buy something that may seem very large in the store, because when you get it home and put it on the wall, I think you'll find the scale is probably just right. I picked up this beautiful vintage crystal pitcher at a thrift store. It is so heavy, but I love the pedestal base, and I thought in a guest room this would be so gorgeous filled with flowers. It's nice and large, and wouldn't peonies be beautiful in here? But I don't have any in bloom, and I wanted to be mindful of my mom's allergies, so I just have a little bit of body spray put in it. Over here, I have this adorable compote. I love this glass compote because I love the scalloped edges, and I just have it filled with travel-sized body products. So there is lotion and body wash, soap, all kinds of things that we've picked up throughout our travels, or just some travel-sized items that I had in the house. I thought they were pretty florals and just a nice touch to make your guests feel welcome. And a compote is a great vessel to put those in. I even thrifted this tissue box cover. It was brand new, and it still had the tag on it from Bed Bath & Beyond, and I loved the little detailing on it. I thought this was a very simple one that could go in any room, and it just elevates the everyday. So box of tissues is nice to have for your guests, but how much prettier it looks with a nice cover on it. And here's a look at this area. The chest of drawers, the lamp, and just a couple of things on it to make it feel special but not overcrowded. As we continue clockwise around the room, right near the door to the hallway sits this child's chair. It is cherry wood and matches the chest of drawers, and it belonged to my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law lost both her parents at a fairly young age. I believe she was a teenager, and as an only child, she inherited all the contents of their large home. And so this chair came with her everywhere, and she used to say wherever this chair was felt like home. So we feel very fortunate to have this chair, and in it sits my Vermont teddy bear named Juliet. She has also come with me to several homes. And as we continue clockwise around the room, there is this large wall, and I have this watercolor original from Catherine Monstream. Catherine Monstream is a Vermont artist, and her watercolors are quite coveted in this area. This watercolor painting in its beautiful cherry burl frame was in another room in my house that I had removed it from and had kept it in storage. But you can see why I thought it would be perfect in this guest room with these colors, the periwinkle, the sage and celery green, the lavenders, all perfect for this guest room. And again, a nice large scale for the wall. And as we turn back around, you can see how well it complements the colors in this quilt. Well, now it's time for me to finish freshening up the rest of the house, getting ready for company and the big weekend ahead. I want to thank you for spending some time with me, allowing me to show you a special space in my home, and spending a busy weekend with me as I prepare for my son's high school graduation. And spoiler alert, it did pour the entire graduation day, forcing our festivities inside. But it was a wonderful day nonetheless. And we are celebrating our newly minted high school graduate as he prepares for college in the fall. Thanks for watching, and now stick around for our Relatively Refines segment. Today's Relatively Refined comes from viewer Thalia. Thalia is a Vermont transplant living in Boston, and she wanted to share this adorable little thrifted candle corner. The mirror blue glass candle plate and the plant in the mug were purchased at a flea market and local Goodwill for under $10. Thalia says seeing this corner makes her feel closer to her mom's candle-filled living room at home. As a candle lover myself, I can appreciate the beauty of this little corner you've created. Thank you so much, Thalia, for sharing this with us and the story behind your thrifted treasures. If any of you watching would like to share your thrifted treasures or pre-loved items with us, go ahead and submit a photo and a brief description and send it to the email on the screen. We would love to share your thrifted treasures in an upcoming segment of Relatively Refines. Thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to see you in the next video.